Bacha de Bele, from the Derg era to the 1998 to 2000 border war. Part 1 Derg era. Soldier and captive voiceover script. Bacha de Bele, from the Derg era to the 1998 to 2000 border war. This is the story of a military leader whose career spans decades, wars, and complex political narratives in the Horn of Africa. Bacha de Bele began his military career during the Derg era, fighting against the Eritrean independence struggle led by the EPLF. He was captured and held in EPLF-controlled areas, reportedly treated according to the Geneva Conventions. This period remains a key part of Eritrean collective memory and formed the foundation of his early military trajectory. These early experiences would shape his approach to later conflicts, illustrating the lasting imprint of formative wars. Part 2. Border War 1998 to 2000. Command at Assab. Years later, during the Eritrea-Ethiopia border war of 1998 to 2000, Bacha de Bele reappeared, not as a junior soldier, but as a military leader. He participated in operations along the Assab front, including intense fighting near Buri in 2000. The broader strategic objective was linked to positioning near the Red Sea coastline. The fighting at Assab was costly. Large-scale offensives resulted in devastating losses. Some veterans use the Amharic term tecefecefin, meaning we were crushed, to describe the scale of battlefield setbacks. Ultimately, the war did not conclude through territorial conquest. It ended with the signing of the Algiers Agreement in 2000, marking a political settlement after 2 years of conflict. This chapter highlights the limits of military strategy and the importance of political settlement in regional conflicts. Part 3. Economic Access and Tigray Conflict. Historically, Assab has functioned as an economic gateway. After Eritrea's independence in 1993, the port served Ethiopian trade under negotiated arrangements. In 2018, the Jeddah Agreement reaffirmed economic cooperation. Economic agreements can be negotiated. Military positioning, however, changes regional balance. The distinction between commerce and strategy remains central to ongoing debates about Red Sea access. In recent years, during the conflict in the Tigray region, Bacha de Bele has been described in some reports as holding frontline leadership roles. The war involved multiple actors and serious allegations of violations. Legal accountability requires independent investigation. Public analysis should distinguish between operational command and confirmed criminal responsibility, which must be determined through formal legal processes. These events illustrate how past experience and strategic decisions continue to influence military engagement and regional dynamics. Part 4. Continuity of military engagement. Across 4 major phases, the Derg-era conflict, the 1998 to 2000 border war, his withdrawal amid post-war controversy, and his later reappearance during the Tigray conflict, a pattern of recurring military engagement becomes visible. Few figures experience war from so many angles. As a soldier, a prisoner of war, a commander, and later as a senior figure during renewed conflict. After witnessing the human cost of prolonged confrontation, including the loss of thousands of lives, one might expect a decisive shift away from military instruments as a primary tool of strategy. Yet the trajectory suggests continuity rather than rupture. Hard power has remained central, reflecting a deeply rooted security-oriented worldview shaped by formative war experiences and institutional military culture. Repeated reliance on battlefield leadership carries inherent risks. When force becomes a recurring instrument of policy, the normalization of conflict can follow. For analysts, the central question is not about personality, but about doctrine. Does repeated return to military arenas indicate an enduring belief that force remains the most effective tool in shaping regional outcomes? History shows that previous wars in the region ultimately concluded through negotiation, not total victory. The danger lies in a force-first strategic mindset within a region already marked by cycles of confrontation. Bacha de Bele's career spans eras of war and diplomacy. It reflects the broader tension between security-driven strategy and negotiated settlement in the Horn of Africa. If the past decades offer any lesson, it is that military confrontation eventually returns to political agreement. The question for the future is whether that lesson will shape decisions before rather than after the next escalation.